Okay, guys, welcome back to Taking Tarazona Up. You meet us in the new year. The last time you were here, you would have seen the streamed game against Leganes and a disappointing loss. But luckily, we followed that up with a 2-0 victory away from home against San Juan. And Dilla coming on leaps and bounds, attempted cross. Marin presses the ball, and even though he's got such a low finishing stat, he does seem to come up with goals here and there. Interplay then on the left hand side from our two green Gucci headbanded young players, and Romaric there scoring his customary header. How many times have we said that in this series? The last game before the winter break was against Hercules. And this is a good team up there in the sort of top 4 or 5. A team with a big budget. And you can see we drew 2-2. So they went ahead. A bit of a missed interception there. And they end up scoring a goal at the back post. We then get a goal back from the corner. Towering Romaric yet again. He's our danger man, isn't he? Unfortunately, then they go 2-1 up. Really good squared ball, but you can see they do get a player sent off, and then we push forward, and in the 82nd minute, Jack McNichol squares it to Teixeira, and it's a great goal. Now, Jack McNichol's going to be coming up next in terms of what's going on. So if I find him in our squad, he has just randomly said he's going to see out his contract. Now, I thought we had a option to extend his contract, but we don't. We've still got a year on it. So well, we've got a year and a half on it at the moment. So the ball is kind of really in our court. You can see he's not progressing all too well, really. I would have expected him to have played much more of an important role this season. But if I take you through his history, you know, he dropped down a league last season and he only ended up getting 4 goals in 16 matches. So nothing to really, write home about. But he said he wants to see out his contract. And he's also said he wants a loan. Look, I'm not going to take this kind of nonsense, so I put him up for sale and loan, and no one wants him. So I think that says it all, Jack, really. But if not, we'll try and sell him in the summer. But that's a bit frustrating, to be honest. Another thing to note is the board, due to our finances, has really reduced our wage budget. Although we've got some transfer budget, I mean, let's look actually how much that would give us. It would only take us up to 24,000, so we'd still be kind of spending 3,000 per month over what the new kind of expectations are. So, yeah, our financial position is not good. Um, and so those are the updates really. And next I'll take us on to the match. Okay, all. We're in the tactic screen about to take on, I think it's STA Ualia. I think that's how you pronounce it. Deportivo in there somewhere, as you can see, Peña Deportivo. So only kind of changes as to what we usually do. Teixeira has been making really good progress. You can see his stats are going higher and higher, and therefore I'm going to put him in the team, and I'd usually play this as an inverted winger or an inside forward, but we're going to put him on his best in his best kind of role in that position, just because I do want to encourage some better performances from him. Everything else is the same. I think the only other thing I want to say is I actually sold Santiago, who was kind of our backup Mazala, he was moaning about not playing, and I just thought, well, if I can get some money for him, I'll let him go. But that does mean that we're a little bit light in midfield. I could retrain Kenneth, but I don't think his passing's good enough. So Alberto Leon is going to have a much bigger role. Um, and maybe Vietes actually is someone who I can retrain as a Metsala, just as a little bit of cover with his dribbling and passing abilities. But we'll uh, we'll go ahead and go into the game. And Diarra's also deputizing in goal for the slightly injured Bilbao, which I'm a little bit worried about because he's not the best with the ball at his feet. And so what we're going to say to the boys, we owe these guys for the last match. Faith in you to make a difference. The majority of the team appearing to be inspired. and we'll have a little bit of a look at what we're up against. So good pace. Um, they're a gegenpressing team, but they don't play too long. So that's why I'm um, keeping the line high up, which is what we've played most of the season. And the good thing is we have Tompkinson on a cover roll, so he should drop back, and I'm hoping he mops stuff up. So here we go. We're building out from the back. Up to Romaric straight away, but it's a bad header, in fact. And looks like we're going to get a second chance now to build out from the back with Diarra. And it's just, it's a nothing highlight. But they've had two shots already. And they're having the momentum, which is not what we want to see. But we have a free kick here. Iglesias. Oh, it's a strike. I thought he was just going to whip that into the box, but it's a good save from the keeper, and we're so dangerous from these corner situations. So we'll see how we get on. Are we going to pick up? No, it's just going to go into the next highlight. But we've got momentum back, and then we lose it again. So it's a real back and forth game at the moment. Let's hope our defense can stay strong, and Teixeira in a more familiar role. But it's a disappointing punt up the field by our kind of key passer there, Carpio. We're playing one of their strikers offside at the moment. We're pressing all right at the moment, and oh, we're letting their player go through, but Delevobora just about gets back. Jordi, oh, that's a bad miss, isn't it? Right through on goal. We missed Bilbao in those one-on-one situations, but luckily we didn't have to make a save. Right, we pick the ball up. Let's counter-attack now. Romaric playing through midfield. Iglesias drives through. He's through on goal. What can he do with the finish here? It's a wonderful finish from Iglesias, our star man, breakout star really of the season. A former winger who, a couple of seasons ago, we brought inside to this Masala role when we were short, and he's just gone from strength to strength. His stats have also really gone up, actually. He's up to 14 dribbling, and he's got a lot better decision making, so that's really pleasing to see. And we are now capitalizing on this positive energy. Our momentum's up. Corner from Iglesias again. It's cleared, but we pick it up. Oh, and it's a good old strike by Vietes. Maybe I would have wanted him to play it out wide and we keep the pressure on, a bit like Arsenal were doing against Man United a few nights ago. Moreno with the header. Come on, Teixeira, use your pace and dribbling ability. There we go. He drives wide, the winger. He's got good crossing ability, and we can see it here. And it's off the bar. Teixeira with a really good cross there. Cuts in on his left foot. And we're just about holding our own. Tompkinson at the front post. Loses out. But we recover the ball with Iglesias. Inside. We're crossing the pitch well. And it's a pretty speculative shot from our fullback. Again, I'd like to see us just have a little bit of composure. But I can't complain. We're going in 1-0 up, and the boys I'm going to give the boys some positive vibes. Controlling possession. They all seem really chuffed with that. And we will go on to the second half. Looks like no kind of standout performances, but a good team performance so far. As you can see from the ratings, Moreno doing well at the back. And we have another set piece here. Tompkinson and Iglesias again turning provider. I'll be so pleased if we can win a game after Christmas, because those who tuned into any of the episodes from January to May last season will know we went on a horror run, and it was really, really disappointing. So if we can just keep this positive kind of performance up. Teixeira, it's a bit of a bad ball, but he's continuing to press. And will Tompkinson pick this up? He does. and they're going to build up now. Although we're pressing somewhat. Let's hope Tompkinson can control this. It's a sensible. Oh, Diarra, why can't I just pick that up? It's a hopeful ball, and they regain possession. Is Delevabora going to get out there first? He is. Bit of composure now. I get scared whenever I see it at Diarra's feet, but they win the ball well, and we we just about survived that. Again, building out. And that's fine. We can go to Romaric. He heads it onto no one, though. It's a pretty hopeful ball. Great header by Tompkinson. He plays it out. Pretty of a bit of a speculative ball. I think there were some options there. Delevabora with a good interception. It's over the head of Moreno, though. But oh, it's a brilliant recovery challenge, and Tompkinson deflects it behind. Let's hope we can clear this. Pretty much everyone back, and Romaric again using his height and bravery. Swung in, and Romaric's there again. We're closing down well, and Diarra picks the ball up, ready to play it out again. So what we're going to do is bring the pace down just a little bit. So we're not going forward quite so much, and we'll just drop into a mid block. Maybe give us a bit more space at the back to play the ball around, and I don't see the need to make any changes at the moment. No one's on kind of the red hearts, as it were, if I look at our ratings at the bottom. I will just make some changes now in the interest of freshening things up. So Teixeira's done all right, but we'll bring on Marin. We'll keep on Romaric to defend those set pieces. I'm gonna give Carpio a little bit of a rest for Leon. Andrade for Altimira. And Sito for De La Pepora. We'll bring Sito on in more of a supporting role. We're not gonna sort of hit early crosses if we don't need to. And I think we'll go a little bit more disciplined, a little bit more time wasting. And we'll say to the guys, we believe you can make an impact. So we've freshened things up a little bit now. And now we're going to go full time wasting, like so. And confirm those changes. Hopefully we're not going to give them a sniff. We get a set piece. We've been effective this game, haven't we? Tompkinson. This time he hits the bar. Let's hope we can win this. No, it goes all the way through. Tompkins, can you get back? Oh, and who got back there? Perez on the cover. Good man. You'd like to think we've won this now. We're into the 92nd minute. They're not going to get 2 goals, are they? Especially if we win the ball like that. Andre back along the defensive line. And we're back with Diarra. Pleased he's kept a clean sheet. And it's very low tempo and patient play. And we get the clean sheet and the win against a team that's really up there. I think we lost to them in the previous game. So that's really pleasing stuff. And very happy with the result and the way the lads played. And let's look at the league table before I cut us off. And you can see that Leganes, I think it is, are still to play, and we're 3 points ahead of them. So they can draw level with us, but goal difference looking good. And yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully see you in the next episode.